Hey, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a special stock screening video for on my favorite scan, right? So this is my favorite scan, and today's results, I will be screening the stocks before we get started. Um, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security, and I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. I am actually going to be sharing this video with everybody. Usually I just keep this one for my subscriber group, but every so often I like to share some of the content. Well, basically just to kind of show some of the things that I do. So I mentioned I have a subscriber group at Alpha Charge 365. If you're interested, I offer it for it's $10 a month. First off, super cheap price. Basically, everybody can afford it. Made for people that work full time, made for people that don't work full time, but it gives you basically a co-pilot for your trading. Somebody that's got eyes watching things for you. I give you guys subscribers a special stocks to watch video that's much longer and in depth. I give market notes on Sundays and on Thursdays. I also give a focus list every Sunday of what we're looking for coming into the week. If we're seeing rotation out of one sector into another, we talk about that. Like we talked about the rotation going on this week and this past one, which we're seeing in the market, pitfalls that are going on, so on and so forth. Every Tuesday, I do a midweek video. I just produced it for them, and just I'm about to actually give it out. Actually, I do these screening videos at least once a week. Again, this scan is amazing, and basically some of the best names out there. So you guys are going to get this one for free today. Again, Thursday, another market note. So again, multiple videos, multiple market notes throughout the week. People will DM me or reply, ask, hey, take a look at this stock. What do you think? We'll have a conversation about that, and just my opinion on there. Every night I share my favorite scan, again, as idea generation. The thing that I do not do is I don't tell anybody to buy or sell. That's up to you. But I do give my opinion on charts, what I like and don't like about them. And that's the important part. Again, it's about maximizing profits while minimizing the risks people are taking in the market, right? Again, if you're working full time, you may not have the time to actually get all this information to you. So that's why this is a co-pilot, right? I'm here to help. Your time is valuable, so is your money. So I look for the best possible uh, subscription service I could produce for you guys. If you're interested, click subscribe. Go to my Alpha Charts 365. Click on subscribe. It says $10 a month. You hate it, you can always cancel. But I think it's well worth it. The information I give, well beyond the $10 fee that's charged. Again, my stated goal is to keep you on the right side of the market and in the best names possible. My subscribers have been bullish this market for 5-6 weeks now. And at some point in the future, and we talked about today in the midweek video, what we're going to be looking for if we want to go ahead and start paring back some of the risk in the market, because the market is not always bullish, right? It's bullish sometimes, and sometimes it's choppy. Sometimes it's bearish, and we want to sidestep the negative times and just participate in the positive times. That's our goal. All right. So again, at Alpha Charge 365 on Twitter. Check it out. $10 a month. Great deal. So thank you all very much if you do. Let's get into the chart. So I have how many names on this list? 29 names today. So that's good. Nice amount of names. First one on my list is Rivian. Strong off the bottom. Love this volume. Little pullback today. Nothing I'm concerned about, to be honest. The way I would look at this chart is it's got multiple gaps in here. It needs to settle down a little bit. So I may consider this in a week or two. It has high tight flag potential, right? Right at 100%. Now it needs a few weeks to just chill out. So I'm watching this one. It needs to be on my high tight flag list. And actually, I'm gonna grab a pen right over here and actually add it to the list. There's a brand new pen, so I had to take off the little rubber thing on the bottom. All right, add it to the list. All right, let's keep going though. So that looks good. Not ready yet to extend it. Next one, Uber. There's 29. So we're gonna go kind of quick. Doing everything right. We might find some supply up here, but overall, strong name, nice accumulation down here. Good day today, up 3.69. Just Upside may be limited. We'll see, but I mean, if you see this big volume on the breakout, it's got the trend. Things look really good there. That's Uber. Next up is Robinhood. Really strong look to this name. Coming back just a little bit though. Here's your base. This is from the IPO. I'm going to change this VWAP. I don't like purple. I like yellow better. Anyway, so there's the IPO VWAP, but overall, it's now starting to break out of this much longer base, first real base. Big volume today, but it's extended again. So that's the hard part, right? So we like the name, it looks good, starting to set up bullishly, but it's too far extended. If it could come back some and then break out, right? That would be, let these moving averages catch up. That's what I'm looking for. Unity Software. This is what I've been watching now for a few weeks with subscribers. It has, this general area right here that looks like it could be a big deal. We were talking about it back here. Again, it's kind of just gone sideways from this area, right? To do the breakout, came back, retested. 23-day EMA, love that. Love how it's holding it. That's actually really good information because it tells you where you should place your stop, just below the 23-day EMA. Again, the pullback has been on usually lighter volume. You see accumulation all throughout here. Somebody's buying a lot of shares. We can see that in the chart, and it's a good looking name. And again, every pullback and it bounces up, right? Almost 10% today. Again, so you have to decide where the right place is to enter it. For me, the 10% move is probably too extended, but it doesn't mean it is, right? It could, jump another 4 or 5% tomorrow. So, but again, nice looking name. Love the higher highs and higher lows shown up here on the chart. Next up is Toast. Again, very similar look. So a lot of the IPOs that came out, in 2021 failed pretty quick, and now is making its first real base about a year into the basing pattern. You see, higher lows throughout, and it's trying to break out again. This one was up 3% today, but we have nice bullshit line moving averages. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. If it's going to continue higher, that looks really nice. Toast. Li Auto. Li is a Chinese stock, not one I tend to buy, but it's got a strong trend, so I can see why somebody may want to. Might find some resistance, not too much higher, up here. But overall, it's trying to make its first real base. I liked it a lot back here, and it did the opposite of what it was supposed to do. A lot of eyes were on it back in 2022, and it failed miserably from there. So be careful when it comes back up here. We may find sellers again. Datadog. All right, this is number 7 on the list. Again, great accumulation showing up. This is a VWAP from the IPO. We'll see that could be a spot to that may give it some resistance. Remains to be seen. So far, it did, right? But not by much. Nice looking chart, though. Things are starting to turn around. Even the 200-day is starting to turn up again. So I do like that quite a bit. It's a good looking name, Datadog. What else we got? On. A little bit loose in here for my liking. That's just me. I like things to be a little bit tighter. There's some accumulation, not a ton, but there is some. So I think it needs more work personally. It's not what I'm interested in right now. Cloudflare. Again, this was a super hot stock back here. I mean, for a long time. And then it kind of fell apart when it was up to $225, came all the way down to $35. That's a big comeback. And now it's trying to break out again. I thought it could do it back here. It didn't. I've been watching this one for a while. So it still is a little wibbly wobbly and needs to get above this at least 7150-ish area for me to be interested in it. It's one to watch, right? Not doing anything terribly wrong, but not really, doesn't yell leader to me. So why would I want to be in it, right? CrowdStrike, internet security firm. First thing off, I still see the 200-day moving average declining. That makes me like this one less. Not a ton of accumulation, and again, looks very mixed look over here with this area. For me, again, it doesn't look like a leader, so I'm going to avoid it, right? Here's what I like. Confluent. So it's one I've been watching for a while. I was in it. I did get shaken out, unfortunately. I still think this one looks great. I love the big move up, the tight consolidation. Again, maybe some distribution in here, but I'm not totally worried about that yet because price action is okay. And we're moving to the top of the range, right? If this can break above 3750-ish or so, I think this one can be a big mover. It might be getting a little bit ahead of itself at this point, but again, it can move very quickly. So again, it's a name I like personally. No position yet as of today. I have had in the past. Asana. Again, a lot like the net and CrowdStrike, Cloudflare, CrowdStrike, just wishy-washy. Doesn't look like a leader to me, right? So again, no accumulation really in there. I don't want to be in this name. Dash. Strong trend, keeps moving higher. Everything, I've never used their service. This is DoorDash. But again, the trend is undeniable. And it's holding the 9-day, which I really like. And I don't know if it gets to the VWAP from the IPO or not, which is around the $100 mark, but that's a possibility. But again, it's just trending higher. So again, not the fastest mover, but it's not doing anything wrong either. What else? Okay, oil and gas names, energy names. We talked about over the weekend, my subscribers and I talked about the rotation into energy names. And so we continue to see it super strong. Now it's super extended. There's a few names that we had put on our focus list that I bought and people have done very well with. But this one I think needs to rest a little bit or come back just a little bit, let the moving averages catch up. But it's definitely one to watch. It looks very, very strong. Nice volume coming in as well. This is Freshworks. It's a software company. Again, this is a very interesting area. Hasn't quite broken out yet. And that, again, makes me a little, I won't say nervous, but I like it less, right? I want things that are moving up faster. The market's moving up and this is moving sideways. To me, it's not leadership. Let's keep going. GitLab. So this is one that I've actually been watching, and it had the big gap, 31%, and now it's just consolidating it, which is much different than what we saw the other way. The other way, we saw moving averages that were all just kind of jumbled up with each other. These moving averages are just catching up with it. So this one has potential, right? If it breaks above this green area, I like this quite a bit, actually. So GitLab looks really nice. Again, it may need a little bit more time. Get this other moving averages, the 23-day catching up. You'll soon get the cross on the 50 and the 200, and the 200 should start to flatten out pretty soon. All those are extremely, extremely positive scenarios, I think. P-Core is on the list. P-Core is one, again, I've been watching this one for a while, and it has this general area, and today was a nice breakout on good volume. Everything looks good. That's the turn up we're looking for. And it's a place now we can manage risk against, right? So again, a great looking name. If you want breakouts in a bull market, and we're in a bullish, at least bullish time of the market. I can't say we're in a bull market, right? Because we really don't know that. But I can say we're in a bullish time of the market. And there's a nuance, but it's really important to understand the difference. P-Core, it looks pretty good. What else we got? Bill.com. I have no idea what this company even does. Don't care. But I love how it gapped up, sideways, moved higher. There's your flag, sideways, moved higher. Looks like it went higher. The big negative is the 200-day is still declining. So for me, that's a little bit more of an avoid, but it has a cup and handle-ish look that's producing right here. And you can potentially manage risk against this area. And there's your breakout today, right? So if you really look at this, here's your kind of deepest cup, pull back here, and there's your breakout. So it's a maybe not perfect cup and handle, but it's got the idea of the cup and handle. CEG, this is when I started position this week. It is a cup and handle that I've been watching now for a long time, probably too long. And it's just now to me gotten interesting, right? So I'm watching it for a long time. Now it got interesting. I bought on the cheat entry and half position. And if this can break out above 97-ish, then somewhere around there, that's a more traditional entry right there. I'll add to my position, but overall looking good. If I'm wrong, it's a half position and I can have my stop in place and take my loss. If I'm right, I'm in at an earlier place, right? That's the kind of stuff that I look for. GLBE, I've been in for a long time. I bought it off, I believe, this flag, and it has just been a monster. Great volume coming in. Obviously, somebody's taking a position in this one. Probably should have more bigger position, right? But now it's consolidating, potentially giving us a chance to get involved in the name. If there's a little pullback, maybe to $42 or something like that, that would be the area that I could potentially add to the name and get oversized it, right? This is what we talk about, like pyramiding up, right? So if I have, we'll call it 100 shares, I could add on 50 shares or 25 shares if I chose to do so here. You never want to add on, you never want to really double it. You just want to add on a fraction of the shares as you keep going higher. Okay, it's pyramiding. What else do we want to do here? Let's go to the next one. Sorry, I have just a few more to go through. EV is on my list. This one, what a strong move from 28 to 40, right? Nice, strong move, consolidating now. We'll see if it continues or not. This one, just really getting back to IPO highs. Maybe needs to come back, settle up a little bit, and then if it breaks out, that'd be interesting, right? But that's a neat spot where it's come up to. This is where it may find some resistance. So WFRD, that's so funny. This is the other name I bought this week. It was oil and gas name. It's on our focus list. Beautiful breakout, up 7% already, over 7% on the week. It was a good buy for me and hopefully some subscribers as well. At this point, we talked about it got extended, wait for a pullback. Would love to see it, hold this greenish area. It may not even come back that far, right? It may come back to 71-ish or someplace like that. We'll see. Potentially could add on that pullback after getting a decent entry. And then potentially it can go higher, right? If the rotation into oil and gas and energy names are right. LSPD, Light Speed. This is called software application. Again, a strong name. Last couple of days, things are looking really good in this market. Getting that bullish look to it isn't quite there yet, but overall, a good looking name in general. What else? Valaris, another oil and gas name. This is one that was on our watch list, but wasn't part of the focus list, but probably should have been, right? It's been up, over 5% this week. But I presented it to members and it's looking pretty good so far, right? I mean, so far so good. Extended though. We'll love to see again this pull back a little bit, let the moving averages catch up, and then a breakout. And that would really cement my idea that oil and gas names are here to stay, at least for a while, right? We're back in vogue for a while. We'll see what happens here over the next few days. CPI tomorrow, so just be careful with that. Duolingo, I think I have a 60-day streak going, so we're doing good there. The stock did very well today, back above, but again, I don't like the way that these are interacting. It's not a clear-cut uptrend, so it would be an avoid for me. MNDY, again, a very strong name, looking name, great volume in there. And again, one of those newer names. Again, we like to focus on a lot of newer names. There's your VWAP from the IPO, VWAP from the gap, basically from in the same spot. It undercut it, and boom, right back through it. Good looking name, still in this greenish area, I would say. So it needs to really differentiate itself a little bit. So I'm not like gung-ho on it, but again, it's got my interest. Frog. Here is JFrog Limited. It's again nice accumulation shown up here. It had multiple flags. It's one me and my subscribers have been watching for a while. Flat from back here actually. Kept going higher, breakout. Love the retest. Pretty much held the 23-day, and now it's trying to move higher. We talked again in my subscriber group about how it was extended, needed to come back, and then potentially move higher. It looks like that's what's happening now. So again, I did not buy it on the pullback, but it held where it had to, and now it's starting to move higher. So again, a nice looking name in JFrog. BRZE, this is one that I own. I love the gap up. It held the gap up. Moving averages are catching up. You know, this was important. This area was important. We're back above it. It's had a nice week so far, and love that this VWAP is now being supported, and moving averages are really starting to catch up. Looks really nice to me. Again, big difference between a gap up and letting moving averages catch up versus an intermingling like this, which doesn't really show any trend at all. Last one is NCNO. This is number 29. So here's the 29th one. Again, big move higher here, 24%, and now just a sideways move. Again, I'm not sure what's going on with the stock or if there's any kind of news that I should be aware of, but here comes the 50-day getting across the 200. We have this tight consolidation. Looks like it wants to move higher. We'll see if that actually happens or not. Again, I don't know if there's any news I should be aware of, but it's not really moving yet, so I would wait for it to move. There we go. 29 stocks. It's on my favorite scan. It's something I share with my subscribers every single day. I present it to them for idea generation. It's $10 a month for my super follow group, or whatever they're calling it now. If you go to AlphaChart 365 and click on subscribe, you'll get access. Again, offering a ton of value for the price. Idea generation. Again, I'll be your co-pilot in this. So give it a try. Like I said, you don't like it, you can cancel anytime, but I think that most people are extremely happy and positive with what they're getting for, again, that $10 price, which is near on par with many of the much higher price subscription services. All right. Thank you all for watching. Good luck out there. Hope some of these ideas help you make some money this week and the weeks forward. A lot of great looking names on there. So drop me a line below. Let me know which ones did you like, which ones really spoke to you. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.